أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري واشركه في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. O Lord, provide us the goodness of this world and that which this world points to, and help us stay away from negligence, heedlessness, laziness, falsehood, and every kind of negativity. Amin. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amin. All right, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Happy Sunday. Inshallah, everybody is doing wonderful. Just double checking if people can see the screen okay. If somebody can just put a thumbs up or a yes, so I know the screen is being seen. Okay. Alrighty. I'm not hearing from anybody, so let me double. Okay, thank you, Farah. So we started off with the sixth ray, which is helping us realize what we do pretty much as ritual as well. So those of us who do prescribe to the daily response, which we call prayers, we recite the tashahhud, which goes at at-tayyatu lillahi mubarakatu wa salawatu wa tayyibatu assalamu alayka hayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu assalamu alayna ala ibadillahi salihin. And it was interesting that the author, Nursi, may God bestow his infinite mercy on him, is really something else, actually. Not that I know of that many people out there, actually don't know that many people out there who actually share what I've heard of in a very comprehensive and digestible manner. And so this explanation of the tashahhud was very enlightening, exciting. And, you know, it makes you really want to dig deeper into it with trying to really live by it, apply with it. Otherwise, life just goes by and we can be living like a parrot, like Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, but as a parrot, like, but I'm not a parrot, right? I'm not here just to recite things without understanding what I'm doing. Sure, I can be standing, oh yeah, you know what? That's my homework. I gotta stand in front of the teacher and just say, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, yeah. But hang on a second. The teacher is not testing me on my recitation of me saying, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. No, I'm not being tested on that. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what is that? What is that? What does it mean? Really, what is benediction means for me? The teacher is not at all testing me on this. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if you are 60, 70, 80. Please wake up. At least be like the egg that needs to be cracked. I know even with being 20, 30, or even younger, you know, you're like, wait, I can do recitation. I can be a parrot. You don't need training. You don't need a training to become a parrot. For God's sake, little baby knows how to be a parrot. Just say, hello, hello. It's going to reply back, hello, hello. This is just how we are, but we're not created here just to say things without not only understanding what they mean, but feeling it, realizing it, experiencing it. Otherwise, like, what's the point? People are good students out there. Everybody do their homework. But if I'm given existence right now, today, I don't care at what age, stage of my life, it means that my creator or the one who's bringing me into existence expects something from me. Really, there's some kind of two-way communication going on. I gotta realize something, because you don't have to be given existence until 75 and 80 to realize, oh yeah, I came here, got, married, went to school, got my PhD, and, so on. I traveled the world around, I'm well, acquainted with different cultures. I'm good, right? I never stole, I never did anything. I was nice to my neighbors. I'm super nice, but like, for what? What do I do at the end? We're all dying. It doesn't matter if you're given 75 years age. 15 years could be it. A month old can be it. Babies are born every day. We lose a lot of them every day. Different kind of insects come into existence every day. What does all this mean? Relationship definitely is part of what we observe in creation. Mother, father, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, friend, uncle, auntie, cousins. Okay, good. I'm going through all that. Good. But like, for what? If I'm just to die? Like, seriously, what is the end goal to all of this? Yeah. I've been taking attendance. I go every morning and at noon and later at 3 o'clock, and then Maghrib time and Isha time, I say, yeah, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Okay. But like, are you living it? Are you experiencing it? Are you just being a big old parrot? God protect us from such kind of state of being. No, we don't want to end up or die as a parrot. No, if our creator willed us to exist right now, it's because we need to go beyond this recitation, mimicking, imitation. We need to go beyond that. We need to not only understand what we're saying, sure, but connecting it to our experiences. But not only that, but I should be feeling it within my being, that, look, here I am, I'm present again. Now what? It's just like you're expressing something in front of, you're presenting something, like you're an actor, you're presenting, and it has to come from the heart. It can't be just, oh yeah, I gotta present and that's it. No, we're performing, but performing with mindfulness, consciousness. Otherwise, I don't think so. Being a parrot and reciting imitation would help me at all. So this is very exciting, because nobody out there, at least that I know, talks about the meanings of all these that we utter, not only in the daily prayers, but like in our conversation. Hey, assalamu alaikum. Hey, how's it going? Like, what does that mean? Salam alaikum, salam. Like, I come to you in peace, right? There's a mutual connection between us. We're connected together with the source of existence. So it doesn't have to be with people. It's just the morning time. I see, ooh, sunrise. There's light out there. I see blue sky. Assalamu alaikum. Like, beautiful day, salams. Like, we're connected. Our creator willed us to exist. And then going on with making my tea, warming the water. Salam alaikum, water. Like, I come to with peace, right? There's some kind of connection between you and I. You're serving me, for God's sake. you're being warmed up. Somebody's warming you up because I'm in need for like hot tea for my breakfast. And then toast, eggs, everything. SubhanAllah, everything is right there displayed for me. Again, I'm being served. Am I like really being aware of how am I being treated here? How am I being served here? How are all my needs met? Like hunger is very basic. We all get hungry in the morning, but like, are we actually connecting with creation like this? I can answer for myself. I'm not. I mean, y'all can answer for yourself, but like, I'm not. I just go, whoop, hot water, tea, done, group, right? Like my stomach is like a tank. Eggs, toast, shove it in, right? I need a little something for the day and then, oops, done. Look, subhanAllah, I don't even know if I'll be given existence the next moment. Astaghfirullah. That's when I say astaghfirullah, God forbid, for living heedlessly like that, because it ain't fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, that is not fun at all. So, but unfortunately, this is how we go on. This is how we roll. This is how I roll. When you're a teenager, you're just running, gotta get to school. Then you hit your 20s, quarter life crisis. Oh man, like gotta get there. My boss comes in at 9 a.m. I gotta get there, I'm running. Then kind of midlife crisis. Oh my goodness, my kids are growing up. They don't listen to me. Look, all I did for them. Who was I doing this for? Now what? They think they're smarter than me. Yeah, they're smarter than you. Younger generation will always be smarter than you. Put that in mind. But you have to look into yourself. Do you realize that you need to grow with this generation because you're still alive? You're given existence. You're alive. Alhamdulillah, for every day. Alhamdulillah. So technically you are part of this generation too. So doesn't matter what number you are in. Age is just a number. I cannot emphasize that enough, ladies and gentlemen. So because the experiences are similar, we all get hungry, we all eat breakfast, we appreciate things. And when I appreciate, that's when I go and say, Allahu Akbar, thank you very much, my Lord, for providing me with this. And there's a lot that goes on, with at least with this tashahhud. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm just ranting here, but like really, there's a lot that goes on with the tashahhud, and I feel like really, really, really the urge and the need within me to be applying what the author is trying to share into my practice, because no one out there thus far that I know walks me, at least, through living my life like that. Yeah, here we go, books. Oh, you lost, little kid. Oh, how old are you? 15? You don't know what to do with your existence. But just make sure don't, kill yourself. Here we go, a book. Yeah, this is what we do. Okay. All right. Yeah, it consoles me. 2 years, 10 years later. Dang, what am I supposed to do? Like, really? All this struggle for what? The kids are gonna have fun with everything that I'm doing, and here we are. By 80, I'll be driving my Lamborghini. I'm not happy with that one. Oh yeah, here we go, another book. Oh no, go to that, come to that gathering. No, you'll be fine. Come here, brother, sister, whatever. Sit down. Let's do this. Nope. That doesn't help. What helps is really sitting down with yourself. A little solo time. Doesn't matter how old you are, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, doesn't matter. Sit down and kind of reassess your situation. Why do I feel this way? Why is this happening to me? Why do I get hurt when my husband tells me this and this? Why do I get hurt when my dad doesn't, want to have a positive conversation about this? Or why do I get really this feeling of stress when my son is trying to explain me something and I'm like, oh no, why all these things happening to me? Well, it's a deliberate setup. Nobody's in charge of what's happening. What you need to do is kind of help out your state of being and assess your situation, realize things that are going on. Like, why me? This is gonna happen every time. Why me? It's gonna be throughout our lifetime, because there's no static existence here, right? Everything is transient. Oh yeah, good time. Oh, life was so good when we were growing up. My kids were so nice during their teenage years. Oh, they didn't bother me. They were not rebellious teenagers. Alhamdulillah, I had a good life. Oh, they never bothered me. They listened well and everything. But suddenly what happened now? Like, wait a minute. They're done with their 20s to 30s and 40s. Like, why am I being bothered? Like, what's up? When something is happening, we need to listen to ourselves. We need to see what my creator is telling me, because that only happens through our feelings that are given. The feelings that are happening is not because of Joe next door, your friend, your wife, or your husband, your son, daughter. No, it's something, a message that is coming to you. It's like a letter. Read that message. Why am I getting angry with this? Maybe I need to check myself. Like, what? I need peace. All need peace at every age and stage. There's no denying in that. Peace is a must. Now, how do I work out my peace is something that at least I'm trying to work out. And inshallah, hoping that everybody should be working out on that. Because peace comes with starting off from myself, understanding what am I, my state of being. I'm in need of connecting with my creator. And how do I connect with my creator? Through the warm cup of tea. How do I connect with my creator? Through the toast or the eggs and everything that I experience. And that's where I say, Allahu Akbar, you're the greatest, because you're the one who provided this beautiful breakfast for me. And then when I sit down and say, At-tayyatu lillahi wa barakatuh. So I'm sort of sitting down in the presence of the source of my existence and letting know, hey, long live you, my king. Thank you for bringing me into existence. And nothing satisfies me, just you. Everything bothers me, and my family bothers me. My whatever's going on out there, the politics totally bother me. Politics is poisonous, right? If I don't know how to handle it, yeah, I'll feel all these negative thoughts. That bothers me. So here I am, long live you, my king, for you're the one who gives me existence. You're taking me into this existential journey. I'm getting ready to know you because you'll give me death as well. And it's beautiful. So I want to really connect myself to you and have this positive relationship. And then I say, and I thank you for bringing the prophetic message in my life. What is prophetic message? That's broad. I thank you for sending prophets or your envoys into my life because they're like me. They're not some kind of supernatural beings. They're being favored, and here I am, a regular person. No, we're so alike. I have eyes, you have eyes. I have feelings, you have feelings. You get hungry, I go to the bathroom. Yeah, we're all alike. But like, what's setting us apart is, oh, you mastered how to stay within peace. Assalamu alaikum. You mastered that with everything that was going on around, people bothering you. We've heard historically different kinds of prophet out there. They're Abraham having issues with his father, some other prophets having issues with his wife. I mean, who are they? That's my story. That's me. I'm going through all this. And so I am really grateful for knowing that there are people who mastered how to not overcome this, but how to live with this by connecting everything to their source of existence. And that's what the benedictions, at least to me, means. And I'll stop here for now. Just checking to see if anybody has anything they want to add. Please go ahead and do so. Okay. If not, then Bismillah, let's start with page 120 of the sixth ray. Again, the sixth ray, page 120. Recalling this sacred exchange, the meanings of the words gain in brilliance and comprehensiveness. We need to...
Page 120. Sorry? 120.
120, which paragraph?
The top of the page.
A strange state of mind that assisted in the unfolding of the above truth.
Yeah.
So again, page 120, a strange state of mind that assisted in the unfolding of the above truth. One time, while in a dark exile on a dark night, one time while in a dark exile on a dark night and in a dark state of heedlessness. The mighty universe of the present appeared to my imagination as a lifeless, spiritless, dead, empty, desolate, ghastly corpse. Again, a strange state of mind that assisted in the unfolding of the above truth. So one time while in a dark exile on a dark night and in a dark state of heedlessness, the mighty universe of the present appeared to my imagination as a lifeless, spiritless, dead, empty, desolate, ghastly corpse. It's just like if I'm looking at daylight outside right now. It may seem lifeless. I have the choice of looking at a tree or the sky as just spiritless, dead, empty, you know. The past too appeared to be dead, empty, deceased, and dreadful. Oh, that's true though. Last week, it was so fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Let's talk about July, last 2 months ago. Oh my God, it was the best thing ever. But it's dead. Where did it go? Where did summertime go? Where did summer vacation go? Oh my God, good time with family, friends. Oh my goodness, I didn't want time to end. It's dead, it's empty, it's deceased, and that's dreadful, it's gone. That boundless space and limitless time took on the form of a dark wilderness. How? So wait a minute. So that past that I'm talking about, summer vacation during the month of July, was a boundless space and limitless time? Like, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? Boundless space and limitless time. Definitely took on the form of a dark wilderness because I'm not experiencing it right now. Okay, I'll be curious to a little bit unpack some more on that, where the author is saying that the past is a boundless space and limitless time. I don't understand that.
Appeared to his imagination.
Appear.
Because he was in a state of hopelessness or despair. Dark night, in exile, dark state of heedlessness. The mighty universe of the present appeared to my imagination as lifeless. That is what the universe is neutral. Do they find difficult to hear me?
No, are you, can you guys hear Brother Ali?
Not too well.
Okay.
Okay. Join you here. Yeah. It appeared to him, we understand from that, the universe has its own reality, but it is up to us how we see it. Depending on my approach to the universe, it has different appearance. Although universe has its own reality, but how do I see it depends on my perspective. Now, because he was in a gloomy psychological situation, he imagined that everything is meaningless, everything is dead, past is gone, disappeared. What a pointless existence it is. Now he said, he will say, actually, we didn't read that. So he said, I had recourse to the prayer. That's what, in order to see the change of the world view now. How? During prayer.
So this is an interesting point where I am free to look at the universe whichever way I want. So given my state of mind, sometimes, if I'm not at peace, something is bothering me. My friends are just not being cooperative with me. My roommates are just like on my case. Do this, do that, So we left this out. So now I'm in a happy state of being. So the universe doesn't seem gloomy at all. However, how can I maintain looking at the universe in a nice state, even when I am frustrated or things are not like going accordingly, I'm being bothered by things. How can I maintain that peace? Because like you said, the universe is always, there's this reality out there, like there's life and meaning. But then it's not like this.
Perception depends on me.
Perception.
How do I perceive depends on me. So rather than changing the universe, changing the environment, I have to change myself.
Oh my goodness.
That's
a hard thing to do. I have to change myself? What are you talking about?
For example, if we are not happy with some things created for us, we try to change the outside world rather than change my perception of it. So I have to work on myself. How do I see the better side of this, whatever I'm experiencing? Take the lessons, try to see the wisdom of the Creator. Everything is created within a wisdom, with wisdom for a purpose to educate me. That is not really making a trap for me, so that I will fall and he will be happy. Otherwise, he wouldn't create me. If he created me and sent me here for a purpose to be educated. So everything is provided for me, for my education.
When you say
improving myself.
I need to change myself. Is there an age limit to change yourself?
So
is there an age limit to change yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Only 12. Sorry. I'm joking. I mean, as much as we can realize, there is no age limit.
There's no
As much
age
as we
limit.
can realize,
This is a
as
big
much as
point.
we can realize.
This is a big point, big claim you're saying. As much as I realize there's
Yeah.
no age limit. Wow, dang, that's like big.
Yeah, age limit, there is no age limit, okay, but for example, everybody has certain approach to the world, so we have to be concerned with ourselves. Mostly, and I have to think of myself. You know, what can I do now to go, maybe to learn one more verse? This famous hadith, Belli anni walaw ayah. Narrate or convey, tell other people, even one word. It means one ayah. It means whatever I can do, whatever I can do. It depends on, we have to understand this. We have mentioned a while ago, in order to acknowledge the truth, the reality of the Creator, it has no limit. It means it is just endless line that we get into. There is no beginning, there is no end. But our entrance on the in the Sirat, in the street or road, has a beginning. But can we know where we are? Because the street has no beginning, no end. Because the capacity of God's power or God's qualities are endless. So we cannot say where I am, or what is my situation. You don't know. There is no point of reference. You say, this is the beginning and I am here, or almost in the middle of the way or something. No, there is no way. So what we have to be concerned with, am I on the path and am I taking one step ahead right now? Wherever I am from, one step ahead. So we cannot know who is where. So what we have to do, wherever I am, one step ahead. If you have, as you were mentioning, so nice roommate. So if you are concerned with him, which must be, rather than say, where are you now? No. Are you ready to take one step? Let's do together. And one step ahead together. Because no one says that I am in front of you, I am behind you. Because there is no front, there is no behind. Only the state of our existence, state of our mind, wherever we are, that's what we have to think about it. If we try to see the back, past, and then we definitely fall into despair. If you try to see the future, definitely we say, we haven't reached there yet. And everything is in the past. I cannot change it. We cannot change the past, but we can change the future rather than giving the last point for us. But wherever I am, one step ahead. That is very productive, inshallah.
Can you please give an example of this, where I am one step ahead, like practically speaking?
For example, let's say until now, I haven't prayed. Let's say I believe in God. And I declare that I am a Muslim. I really believe in the Prophet Muhammad as the one who is employed by Allah, God. But I wasn't practicing what Islam is. I realized today, rather than say, oh, I have lost my, whatever the age is, doesn't matter. It is too late. I'm already gone. I'm 60 years old, 70 years old. What shall I do now? No, that is past. You cannot change it. Did you realize that today you are a newly born person? So how long I have to go ahead? You know, average age of human beings, I used to think 60, now 80. If Allah gives me life 8, I will say 90. So that is human expectations. That's very human. Created beings, we don't know. So I have only 10 years, approximately speaking. In 10 years, I can really improve. Already my memory is weak, which is the case. I keep forgetting. So despair comes in. What I have to think now is it is very common among the Muslim scholars, and especially the author emphasizes, the author of the book that we are reading, emphasizes that the patience God gives us is enough for the moment you are now. For example, can you start learning one verse or the meaning of the verse today? For example, today, can you do that? Go ahead. That's your duty. So we should not compare people's past and how much time he has within his lifespan, expected lifespan. And he can make something. No, he cannot do anything anymore. Forget about it. No. The Prophet ﷺ never, ever gave up hope for anyone, depending on the age, depending on his cultural background, depending on an educational background, or which, for example, some people come maybe from a certain tribe which are really totally corrupt, like the Ghafar. So they were just living on hunting, how do you say, high road robbers. They didn't have anything to do. They're just waiting for the caravan so that they will capture the caravan and live on. No hope. But you never know. Yeah. Ghafari, the famous, very pious companion of the Prophet, came from that tribe. And what he did, he went back after being trained in Mecca, secretly came to Mecca for some reasons, the historical reason, and he joined the halaqas, discussions that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to hold in Mecca period, Darul Arqam, that's very famous. And then he learned something, that much, went back to his tribe and tried to convey the message to the tribesmen. At the end, his tribe, not in one day, tribe embraces them. It is impossible for the ordinary man to think that time this Ghafar, the people of Ghafar, will become really nice people, give up this robbery. Impossible, they were thinking, but it was possible. We have to be patient. We have to encourage people. Alhamdulillah. Concentrate on today. What can I do today, right now? What can I do? You can do, for example, can you not study the Quran 5 minutes now? Whatever the age. 5 minutes?
One step.
Yeah, that's one step ahead. 5 minutes means just trying to understand what this verse is saying and see the sources, other scholars, what they said about it, and try to apply it to your life as much as possible. After 5 minutes, you say, I can do another 5 minutes. Now, it's a distance. That is the hope, inshallah.
That's a good point, actually, mashallah, the hope part,
Yeah.
being hopeful. And the other thing about studying the Quran, like
For example,
literally studying it, not reciting it like a parrot or something, like
I mean,
studying.
as much as everybody can do. For example, if a person has never approached to the Quran, doesn't know anything about the Quran, he may start learning this alphabet. That's a step.
But you can't stop at the alphabet for like
No,
forever.
don't go further.
Mm.
Today, he will start alphabet.
Mm.
Tomorrow, let's see what he will do.
Mm.
Let's see. But encouragement is important.
Pushing
Now,
them.
if you say, no, you have to become a hafiz. He said, I don't know even how to read. It is impossible. Forget about it. Forget about it. But I don't know how to read it.
Mm.
So you say, look, okay, let's the purpose is, for example, study the Quran and learning how to read it, at least get familiar with the language of the Quran. That's what we have to do. Okay, what should be done now? Learn Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha.
Mm.
That is today.
Mm.
Don't show it the ultimate aim, purpose, ultimate target. There is no end for the ultimate
That's a
target.
good
Anyway,
point. I like that, studying at least 5 verses, studying, I'm trying to understand what that means.
it's up to the capacity of the person. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. All right, that was very good. Thank you.
Make the most of availability, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, this is very hopeful and very convincing. Number one, there's no age limit in learning anything. Number two, we always have to keep progressing. Yeah, I know my alphabet, I know how to recite, but let me move on and trying to understand a little bit. What is it that I recite? Because that's needed. We need to do that, inshallah. Okay. All right, so Jazakallah khair. I had recourse to the prayers in order to be saved from my state of mind. Oh, wow. This is powerful. When I said salutations in the tashahhud, the universe suddenly sprang to life. Like, how? What are you doing, Narcis, for you that the universe sprang to life?
Perception.
In perception, subhanAllah.
Perception changed now.
It's nice.
That was a reminder. You know, the Quran also equates prayer, salah, with dhikr. Yeah. Dhikr, salah together. It means reminder. Prayer is a reminder. So the Quran is a reminder, and the Quran orders the salah, prayer. So they go hand in hand in the language of or in the presentation of the Quran.
Okay. When I said salutations in the tashahhud, the universe suddenly sprang to life. It was resurrected, taking on a living, luminous form. Oh, this is powerful. It was resurrected, taking on a living, luminous form, and became a shining mirror of the ever-living and self-subsistent one.
The same thing changed for me because I changed my perspective. I remember Tahiyyatu Lillah. What is Tahiyyat? We study. And also we have to remember one thing. This is a piece, you are familiar with it, which is presented to us in the 4th volume of the book. It means the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th volume. 4th volume, yesterday we studied a piece was related to Tahiyyah. Today, the Tahiyyah, and there will be more. What does it mean? Tahiyyah is the miraj, ascension of a person. Ascension of a person. Now, because we have been going through the 4 volumes of this series, the first just to see how we should read the universe and benefit from it. Volume 1. Volume 2, how can we really adapt this view into our practical life? Volume 3, how are we going to engage with social life? That's why there are many events or happenings, the conflict between the state and accusing him. sending him to exile, etc. He was in contact with other beings. So being sick, do you remember the third volume? Being sick, being young,
Elderly.
and although being an elderly person,
Flashes.
how are we going to deal with these problems of life? And volume 4 is emphasizing on one thing, consciousness of belief. Now, we read second, it was a consciousness of belief. Now, before, just to enter into belief. Now, develop consciousness of belief at the beginning of the fourth volume. Now, we are where we are now. How about this consciousness of belief may be a means of your miraj, ascension. It means getting direct conversation with your creator now, a personal link now. It means conversing with with your own owner, creator, yourself, because miraj represents this state. So tashahhud is experiencing, commemorating, remembering this event that our envoy, we read yesterday, our envoy practiced this. So I can do it within my own capacity as well. It is possible, humanly possible. The ascension of the prophet, actually in the introduction you said today, ascension of the prophet demonstrated that it is humanly possible, but every human being has different capacity, different wherever they start the journey. So from there, we will try to go through these stages and try to remember in our practical life during the prayer that we are expected to experience, practice our ascension. So that is why in this stage, these 4 volumes of the study brought us to our miraj. Miraj is the pinnacle point that a human being can possibly reach. That is how the Quran describes it. Pinnacle point, the top point. You cannot go further anymore because you are a created being. That is the practical side of it. That is what he said he was experiencing a gloomy world view now, heedlessness, as he said. I wasn't really aware of everything is created by a wise creator for me to help me. But let me pray now, Bismillah. And when he sat at the tashahhud, at the end of the prayer, when he said, At-tahiyyatu lillah, he remembered that everything salutes the creator. How do I say that they are dark, empty, desolate, ghastly corpse, spiritless, as he described, lifeless? This imagination is false. Look at everything is meaningful. Change in this world. It means the universe started the creation, everything started mirroring, reflecting the qualities of the creator and introducing them to me. They are not lifeless, they are alive. So when you take the book, it looks just paper. Yeah. When you read it, it becomes alive, gives you knowledge, and puts you in contact with its creator, author. You say, author thought this. You say, the author died. But you say, no. It is, the author becomes alive now. Yeah, that author becomes alive through the message we get from the book. It's the book of the universe. So we can benefit from this reality and see the world as alive, speaking to us, conveying us, introducing us, our creator. So this Attahiyatu is very important to be used as a tool, as a means to change our worldview. Remind ourselves, oh, everything is really declaring the glory of its creator. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, inshallah. Okay, let's go. Good.
SubhanAllah, Jazakallah khair, this was amazing. Yeah, it was resurrected, taking on a living, luminous form, and became a shining mirror of the ever-living and self-subsistent one. I saw that with all its living parts, it was continuously offering the salutations of their lives and their vital gifts to the ever-living and self-subsistent one. I understood this with the knowledge of certainty, even with absolute certainty. I understood this with the knowledge of certainty, even with absolute certainty. So like for myself, I'm like, yes, I'm sure of what is it that I'm expressing and feeling and experiencing.
I think it is certainty, is absolute certainty. Hakkal yaqin. Translation, which is described by the scholars, most of the scholars, is the highest level a person can reach. How is it possible? Yeah, if you really look at the universe carefully, the things around you, you gave an example, a cup of tea or water.
Mm.
So I don't drink tea, so I take water. Example, better practical form, a cup of water. Can you not see that in its existence, it is a mirror announcing, shouting, if you like, declaring, pronouncing, my creator is all powerful, all wise, all knowledgeable, all the names there, arranges everything from the same substance, molecule, not molecule, particles. Some of them are stone, some of them are stars, some of them are air, some of them are animals, plants, water, liquid. Unimaginable things are made up of the same substance, particles. And if you go into the particles, you will find out that, oh, it is also itself is miraculously created with lots of endless qualities. So this universe becomes very alive. Everything is speaking to us.
Everything is speaking to us. Wow, even the hot water is speaking to us.
Of course. I mean, in its existence, it's a deliberately arranged water goes through and employed for a very important life, animate, life-giving elements, but employed there. It doesn't do anything, but it is employed. It is a special preparation for the creator of us, of the universe, everything in it. Inshallah, we have to train ourselves step by step how to benefit from this book of the universe.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How to read it, because it is not dead. Although when you look at it, it's the paper, dead. But there is meaning written on them.
Engagement.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
This is interesting. Everything speaks to us. So I know yesterday you gave the example of the banana. A nice ripe banana speaks to me, hey, enjoy me right now. 2 days later, it becomes rotten and black. You get this feeling, I don't want it, because it's communicating to me, no.
Too late.
Too late, there we go.
So you should have benefited in time. Otherwise, share it with others.
Exactly. Wow. Everything speaks to us.
Speaking again, the rotten banana speaks to us. There is a wisdom in its existence.
Wisdom in the existence of anything that's rotten, that's true. And that's why it's all, anything like fruits also, they lose their taste. Fruits and vegetables, they rot, they lose their taste. In the store, they kind of put them for like really like less value price. But the cheap people, you were like, oh yeah, it's on sale, let me buy it. You bring it home, like, oh, it speaks to you. You open it up, you're like, this is not fresh, because it's speaking to me that I'm not beneficial anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why, people are free to put me on sale. Look, I don't do anything. Okay, alhamdulillah, this is very, very, very beneficial, subhanAllah, how everything speaks to us. Even our saliva speaks to us. Saliva speaks to us too, because, sometimes when we're having a little throat issues, you're like, wow, all this time, how is everything being maintained? My whole system and everything. All right. Okay, thank you. Then when I declared, peace be upon you, O Prophet, that limitless vacant time was transformed under the leadership of God's noble messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, from being a desolate wilderness into a familiar place of recreation filled with living spirits.
Oh.
So when I declare, peace be upon you, O Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that limitless vacant time was transformed under the leadership of God's noble messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, from being a desolate wilderness into a familiar place of recreation filled with living spirits. I mean, this sounds all good, but I don't understand it. Like, how do I realize this? What's being
Through
said?
the message of the prophet. Through the message from the prophet, we realize this. Not the body of the prophet is teaching us, no, message. What makes the body important? The message. For example, the paper is nothing, but when it is written something on it, it starts conveying the message to you. So body is nothing. When the message received by the spirit of the prophet, then it starts speaking to you and teaches you and me, all of us. And what happened now, after listening to the teachings of the prophet, we realize that all the places of recreation filled with living spirits. Living spirits. All the wilderness, the desolate wilderness in a negative attitude, gloomy understanding or spiritual situation, psychological situation, it looked like wilderness. It means empty, meaningless place. And after receiving the message of the prophet, all the creation turned into a living spirits. Why? Because he declared, تُسَبِّحُ لَهُ السَّمَاوَاتُ السَّبْعُ وَالْأَرْضُ. Everything glorifies. For example, when we say At-Tahiyyat, it means they are declaring through their life what the creator, their creator, is conveying message to us. Where did we learn from it? From the teachings of the revelation. How did we get it? Through the teachings of the prophet. Because we have to understand and we have to value the prophets. How? If there is truth in a society, that is God's principle, or this is the principle of the order of the universe. God doesn't change, it doesn't send the prophet, because here is the truth. Yeah, here is the truth. You can learn from it if you want. But when the truth disappears, lost for any reason, new generation comes in, they don't hear any truth at all. But what is the purpose of the creation, the human creation, the new creation of the universe? To educate people. Yeah, there is no teacher in the school of the universe. And the people, the students, people are students. Some people come to the class and listen to the teacher. Some people don't. They are free. But the school, no teacher. What do you do? Either you say these people who built the school has no wisdom, no teacher, but there is a school. Impossible. So what God does, he employs a teacher there. And also teacher comes there, no one recognizes him. That is important because everybody has other ideas, other interpretations, other concerns. They don't know. So they have to struggle, starting one person against the whole society. Why? What? They don't listen to me. Bye bye. I'm going. No. God says you are employed. You have to convey the message to those people who don't know you, who don't know your message. This is important. So they become, some of them become enemy of it. Some of them relax, indifferent. Some of them say, what are you saying? Come on, God's sake. We have never heard of this story. Asatirul Awwalin. You know, the legends of the ancient people, you are just saying that's the legends because there will be hereafter, the universe will be destroyed. No, come on, it is here. Everything is here. What are you talking about? They become enemy of it. Those people, not everyone, those people who feel that, oh, this idea threatens my status, my interests, they become enemy of it. What the prophets do? Are you my enemy? I'm going. If you don't want to listen to me. No, no. They say, I have to guide you. I have to teach you. I have to convey the message to you. If you want to convey the message to somebody, this typical example that comes to my mind, you are a doctor and there are patients in the room. And you say, you are ill. What are you doing? My lungs are not working. Your heart. Come on, what are you doing here? Ill people. If a doctor looks for a healthy man, healthy people, he's not a doctor. He's healthy already. Because, well, I had some problems from my lungs or heart and heart as well. Or the doctor, after having operations, etc., okay, you are doing fine now, so I will discharge you. Go. Because I'm doing fine. Doctor said, I have nothing to do with you. Doctor means dealing with the ill people. That's what we have to understand. The problem people, the people who have problems. If you are perfect, why do I bother about you? You are perfect anyways. So, but the prophets have to struggle against their opponents, their enemies, and they have to love them. They have to relate to them. They have to be in compassion with them. So they say, what's wrong with you? What is your complaint? How can I help you when you go to the doctor's office? You must have experienced this. That I have heard this, oh, really? Let me say, oh, we have to take care of it rather than criticizing. We have to take care of this in that. How can I help you? That is why it's a very essential principle. This author is quite to the point, always really makes good points as well. If you see any mistake in one of your believing friends, rather than getting angry, you have to try to help them, take pity on them. How can I help this guy? He has some illness. He has some problems. How can I help him? rather than say, for example, if someone is suffering from lungs, keeps coughing. Come on, why are you coughing? Stop going. Can you help this man? You say, oh, let me take you to a doctor or give you a medicine if I know to help you. What do you have to do? You have to have a loving conversations or relationship with them. That's why the prophet, typical example that all prophets, but especially we hear a real life story of the prophet Muhammad, is that he was stoned by the people of Taif. What did he say? Curse upon you. No, he said, please God, guide them, forgive them, guide them. They don't know. That is how a doctor should treat his patient. Otherwise, we cannot really help anybody. Yeah. Inshallah, we understand that we have to understand the mission of the messengership and take up the same mission on us as much as we can. We have to relate to people. I understand that they need help. Then we have to provide the help for them. Although they may say, for example, the child. It is interesting. The doctor says, open your mouth, let me see what's wrong with your throat. You are coughing. Child says, no. Doctor tries to play with the child because they are experts on it, and he gives them something, tries to establish the friendship with them, establish the trust in them, and then they say, oh, let me see something here. Because the friends are now, and when they offer oh, that's something. You see, otherwise, for example, the doctor gives the medicine. Most of the medicines are not really, they don't taste nice. What do? They sugar cover it. First, there is sugar, but then they start sucking sugar, and the pill goes down. That's the point. So what we are expected to do, we have to have a loving relationship with them. That is sugar covering. And then presenting the whatever you think that they need. But it's the prophetic mission that we have to follow, this prophetic mission. Okay, too much.
Alhamdulillah, much needed. That was a very good point. Thank you so much. So pretty much this last paragraph summed it up. Inshallah, I think we are at time. So next Sunday, inshallah, we'll pick up from the second question. Thank you all for joining us in. May we all heed from these beautiful messages that were shared, inshallah, and apply it into our practical life, because that's the only way we can go on living at peace at every age and stage of our lives, because this journey never ends.
One step ahead.
One step ahead, exactly.
Keep
moving. One step ahead, keep moving forward. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alim al-hakim. Glory be unto you. We have no knowledge save except that which you've taught us. Indeed, you're all knowledgeable, all wise. Wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati